Boy, I really hate to follow that up with this, but here we go. So I grew up in a hunting family and a fishing family. Yeah, this isn't a cute story. So I grew up in a hunting and fishing family, and going fishing as early as I can remember, and then you're looking out towards being 12 is the magic number when they let you put a live rifle in your hand and go traipsing out into the wild. And I mean, I was really committed to this. Like, there was a time back yonder where you could go into Toys R Us and there was actually like a rack with like realistic looking rifles and you could just pick one. So long before I ever had the real thing, I would like go around the woods behind my great grandparents' house, like stalking, right, with the orange thing on the tip of it. And so I was really excited about this. And so I go to the hunter safety course, I do all that, and I go out finally and I'm hunting, and I hunt year 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, nothing. 17 years old, I'm hunting with my father, and he shoots a deer, and it's not dead yet, and he's like, "Do you want to kill it?" Boy, do I! So I kill it, and it didn't feel great, but whatever. Interesting that when you, like, if you're a little boy or a teenager and you're, like, blowing up frogs with M80s, you're a budding serial killer. But if you're out with a rifle and camouflage and orange on, you're a conservationist, as a Bass Pro ad I heard the other day said, or an outdoorsman. Either way, the animal's dead and it's sad. So going to the hunting camp, we had this camp called Deer Key, very clever combination of deer and turkey, and out front there was like antlers with like mounted antlers with like deer or turkey feet between them, and so this is where we gathered. My grandfather, my dad, my uncle, some of their friends, and my grandfather's best friend, who this old guy Ray Dean, who's the only person I've ever met in my life who talks more than I do. So we would go in the back bunks, and after everybody's asleep, we're just talking, yakking until the wee hours. Well, if anybody's ever been hunting, hunting starts in the wee hours. So I would like get up and I'd be all groggy, and really at no point did I have any business going out into the woods with a high-powered rifle. So I'm out there this one particular morning. I'm 18 years old. And I'm by myself, and I'm kind of in this little crevice, and I'm sitting there with my rifle, and I'm nodding off. And I'm bringing my head back up, and I'm nodding off. And at one of the times when my eyes were open a little bit, I look off in the corner of my eye, and I see it's 3 deer coming. I'm like, oh, cool. This is game on, right? And I've been waiting my whole life for this. But I'm facing the wrong way, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I don't know if you've ever like experienced deer outside. They don't just like stand and wait for you. They get spooked when they see movement. The tail goes up, all that. So I kind of try to be slick about it and try to keep my eyes open long enough to turn around. And as soon as I get this far, the deer spook and they run in front of me. And so this deer comes in front of me, directly in front of me, just enough time for me to get the rifle up, look through the scope, and see that indeed there are antlers, and this is buck season, so I'm like, oh great, now really game on, because this is a thing I can kill. So I just kind of pull the rifle up, and I'm not a great marksman, again, no business being out here, and I shoot this animal, and it runs past me, and it kind of runs up a hill, and it gets up on its hind legs and goes chest first into a tree, and then rolls down. And I'm already not feeling great about this, but I walk up to the thing, and it's kind of laying there, and this all takes place in winter. So it's kind of breathing out of this hole that I put in the side of it. It's really awful. And it's crying, and I'm like, all right, well, now I really have to kill it. So I do, and I'm now feeling awful. And I'm already like this, I'm never doing this again. But now I have to like put on the show because my dad, wherever he is, hears the shooting, and he comes by and it's like, finally, son's done well. And he's like high-fiving me, and like we're celebrating, and I'm not celebrating. I'm just like, and then you gotta dress it, and it's awful. I mean, imagine as bad as it could be. It's that bad. So we finally get done, and my dad's like, all right, woo, yay. And so I'm like, I should be happy. I should be proud because I'm gonna take my kill back to the camp, and all my uncles and the friends are gonna be like, yeah, you finally did it. Your first blood, whatever, all that. And, but I've got like 2.5 miles that I got to take this thing. It's just me and this thing that I just killed traipsing through the woods. And I don't know if anybody knows what that last journey that you take with your dead animal carcass. Any hunters out there? What do you call that? Anybody? It's a drag. All right, thank you.